Yes, people, it's AJ Knows MMA here, and we're back with another prediction video. I'm sorry it's been a while, people, but what a week to come back and do one. We've got UFC 328, sorry, Khamzat Chimaev versus Strickland. Now, guys, what a build-up to this fight this has been. The press conference last night, if you guys seen it, was absolutely crazy. Both going back and forth. They had cops up on the stage, which this is the first time we've seen police up on the stage since Khabib versus McGregor. Absolutely crazy stuff. We've got Strickland coming into this one. 30 wins, 7 losses. A lot of them wins coming from knockout. He's got 12 wins from knockout, only 2 losses. And a lot of them wins coming from decision as well. 14 wins in decision. His last fight, obviously against Anthony Hernandez. I was confident in Strickland in that. He was actually the underdog going into that, if I'm not mistaken. Great performance by Strickland in that fight. Dominance all the way up to the 3rd round, where he ended up getting the finish over Anthony Hernandez. Absolutely great fight. Before that, he fought Dricus du Plessis in their rematch. Close fight. A lot of people seeing that one going to Strickland, the same way a lot of people seen that first fight going to Strickland, but at the end of the day, the judges gave DDP that one. That win over Paulo Costa as well was absolute dominance from Strickland's. Absolute beautiful performance there. And the win over Israel Adesanya, you guys know that fight there, that has easily got to be my favourite fight I've ever watched live. I was literally jumping about my living room when that happened, man. I was going absolutely crazy. That was an unreal fight. When Strickland knocked Adesanya down in that first round, holy moly, oh my god, what a fight. But we've got Khamzat Chimaev in this one, coming in 15 wins, no losses, undefeated still. Half the fights that Strickland has, so you could say half the experience. Is that going to come into play? 9 of them wins in the UFC. He obviously got the win over Dricus du Plessis to get the title, which I know a lot of people didn't enjoy. I didn't enjoy that because Khamzat's normally a really fun fighter, even with his grapple-heavy approach. The grapple-heavy approach is normally very entertaining. I find it like similar to Makhachev, where he's grapple-heavy, but a lot of the time, minus what some people might say in the JDM fight with Makhachev, it's a grappling-heavy, fun approach that I like watching. They take them down, but they stay busy, they do stuff. They're looking for the submission, or they're raining shots down, they're looking for a finish. So hopefully Khamzat comes out with a bit more of a, I don't want to say fun fighting attitude, because at the end of the day, his job is to win. It doesn't really matter if it's fun or not. The fans want it to be fun, but I'm sure Khamzat's not really too bothered about that. I think he just wants to absolutely maul Strickland after all the fucking back and forths that they've been having. The win over Robert Whittaker though beforehand for Khamzat Chimaev, wow. That was a solid win for Chimaev. He got the face crank in the first round, broke Robert Whittaker's jaw. That was a nasty, nasty finish from Chimaev in that fight. We've got the decision win over Usman. Now, a lot of people thought Usman looked really good in this fight. I know some people were saying if it went to 5 rounds, could we have seen Usman pull it back, win them championship rounds against Khamzat? One of, I'd say, after the Gilbert Burns fight, I think the Usman fight was Khamzat's toughest fight, in my opinion. The win over Kevin Holland, which we all know what happened there. The Tony Diaz and Tony Ferguson versus Nate Diaz fight week, where Nate Diaz was originally meant to fight Khamzat. Li Jidiang was meant to fight Kevin Holland, and Tony Ferguson was, I've got lost people, but that was, although Khamzat was meant to fight Nate Diaz that week, that was a great win for Khamzat, but like I say, it was expected. But now the win over Gilbert Burns, in my opinion, this is the toughest fight that Khamzat's had. It made me think Gilbert Burns still had a chance against Mike Mallet the other week. That's how good of a performance it was from Gilbert Burns in this one, people. What the hell? Why am I getting an advert for that pop-up? Get out of there. Yeah, that definitely Khamzat Chimaev's hardest fight for me, the Gilbert Burns fight. He really got put to the test in that fight. It was a great showing from Gilbert Burns, arguably his last great showing that he's had. People, this is going to be fireworks in this main event. You have to let me know in the comments who you guys got winning this main event. It's like I said to my boy Jack earlier, shout out Jack. I was on a little spit call with him and my boy Mormy. My brain's telling me khamzat, people, but my heart's telling me Strickland. Now, I can't not go Strickland after watching what he done to Izzy in my front room at 5 in the morning. I wanted Strickland to win that fight, but I really wasn't going to think it was going to happen, if I'm being completely honest with you guys. But Strickland's a dog, man, and I think he's a big underdog coming into this one. You could arguably say rightly so. He's facing, look what khamzat, I know MMA math don't work, but look what khamzat done to DDP, the man who Strickland's lost twice to. Sorry, that's my stomach rumbling, guys. I'm gonna order a bit of food after this. But people, I've got to go with Strickland. I've got to go. Let me tell you something, guys. I've got to go with Strickland, people. I think Strickland's gonna get the win over khamzat. Now, I'm not sure how he's gonna do it. I think he hopefully might be able to stop the takedowns, keep the fight on the feet. If it does end up getting wrestly, Strickland does know how to handle himself in that department. Hopefully, I don't eat my words for this one. But I think Strickland might take khamzat to a decision and teep kick khamzat to a decision here, people. Stop the takedowns. I'm going with Strickland, people. Fuck it. I'm going with Sean Strickland to beat khamzat Chimaev in this weekend's main event. Come on, boys. If Strickland wins, people, we are partying on fucking Saturday. We are partying on Saturday, people. Now, let me just double check. I'm still recording. Bosh. It's been a while since I've done one of these on the computer. I've been doing all my vlogs and that. I think the last 2 videos were the Tyson Fury vlog. I think a lot of people enjoyed that one, so thank you if you enjoyed that one. Keep supporting that video, like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Same with the UFC vlog. I was literally saying with my boy McQuaid, if I was able to merge the like camera work and the quality of the UFC one with like the jokes and catching jokes with all the man them in the Tyson Fury vlog, we've got a perfect catalyst. But we've got some big ideas coming for summer, boys. Don't watch that. Hopefully an event next month as well. We all still need to book the tickets. I'm not going to speak on that yet, but hopefully we've got another live, not UFC but MMA event coming to you guys soon. With all the guys, there should be a lot of man rolling through to this one. It's going to be a mazza. But next up, people, we've got the 2 title fights. I completely forgot. We literally got 2 title fights on this card. We've got Joshua Van coming off that arguably a lot of people might say fluky win over Pantoja, and Tatsuro Taira, who Tatsuro Taira's coming off a win over someone good. I've completely forgot who that was, people, to be honest with you. Tatsuro Taira, though, is coming into this one 18-1, solid record. He's only got 1 loss on his record. Says he's got a loss to Brandon Royval. So a loss to Brandon Royval, ex-flyweight champion himself, if I'm not mistaken, is not the worst loss to have. Sorry. You got the nice face crank over Hung Sung Park in the UFC Fight Night round 2. That win over Brandon Moreno, that was a really nice win over Brandon Moreno. Tatsuro Taira absolutely destroyed Brandon Moreno in that fight. I thought Moreno was going to win that as well. Great performance from Taira. Alex Perez, great win. Carlos Hernandez. Okay, I see a few sort of lesser known names, but still not bad competition, and he's got a lot of finish over all of these. He's got 6 knockouts, 8 submissions. Pardon me, people. Tatsuro Taira is no joke, people. Tatsuro Taira is no joke. Joshua Van, on the other hand, though, people. Now, people have been taking Joshua Van as a joke since that fluky win, and it was a bit fluky over Pantoja, and we're never going to know until they have a rematch. Was it a fluke? Was it not? But Joshua Van's not a joke either, people. Joshua Van's a really good fighter. I say big shout out to my boy Jace over in America. He actually met Joshua Van, got a photo with him, and I thought that was sick. But Joshua Van, people, he's not a joke. I know flyweight's funny because Joshua Van lost to Charles Johnson, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Joshua Van lost to Charles Johnson, who, I forget how it goes round, but there's like a little cycle in that. But he's got a win over Chariez, win over Durden, win over Surya, win over Bruno Silva, win over Royval, a win over Pantoja. Joshua Van's not on a bad streak either, people. 9 wins in the UFC, that 1 loss coming to Charles Johnson. No shame in that. Charles Johnson's got, I think he's got a win over Brandon Royval as well, another flyweight champion. I might be mistaken there, people. Don't quote me on that one. But fucking Summer and Linen again. Fucking advert again, people. What is going on? But people, I think a lot of people similar to Sean Strickland are underplaying Joshua Van in this one. Don't get me wrong, Tatsuri Taira is a great fighter. I think he's definitely going to be a champion at one point in the future. He's definitely him, Joshua Van. There's a few others not coming to name right now. I think another like Japanese or Chinese guy in flyweight. They're the future of the division. They're definitely the future of the division. I'm going with Joshua Van, people. I think Joshua Van's going to shock people. I think he's actually going to get the finish over Tatsuri Taira. I think we're going to see a Joshua Van knockout over Tatsuri Taira. Now, up next, people, we've got Alexander Volkov versus Waldo Cortez. Now, I'm going to run through these ones a bit quicker, people. Waldo Cortez, Salsa Boy. You know I love Salsa Boy. One of my favourite fighters. He's Dominican Pappy, but we sort of class him as English. I think he trains out of London, if I'm not mistaken, or that might be the other Portuguese fella. Fucking hell, my brain's fried, people. But we got Waldo versus Volkov. Now, Volkov, I love Volkov as well. I thought Volkov got that win over Cyril Gane and the judges robbed him. Why do I keep getting this fucking Summer in Linen and having these lesbians pop up on my screen? What is going on? Sorry, people. Right. Alexander Volkov, yeah. Cyril Gane, I thought the judges robbed him. Waldo Cortez. This is a tough one, people, because I love Volkov, I love Waldo Cortez. I've got to go with Salsa Boy, though. I've got to go with Waldo Cortez Acosta, the boys Salsa Boy. I love Salsa Boy, he's a great fighter. Oh my god! They are still popping up. Look at these dikes. Why are they still popping up on my screen? I've done loads of prediction videos on Tapology, and now they disappear. I've not even touched it. Someone's controlling my screen or something, people. I've been posting too many anti-Mossad reels on Instagram. Right. I'm going with Salsa Boy to win that one anyway, people. I can't remember if I said that or not. Right. Sean Brady versus Wokan Buckley. Sean Brady coming off that loss to Michael Morales. Wokan Buckley coming off that loss to Kamaru Usman. I'm going with Buckley, people. I'm going with Buckley. I mean, in theory, on paper, Brady should be able to do pretty much the same thing that Usman done and neutralise any threat from Buckley with the takedowns and the grappling and the wrestling. But you never know, people. We might see another viral Buckley knockout like that one at Fight Island all them years ago. The fuck where he gets his kick caught and he does a spinning head kick. That was nuts, people. I'm going with Buckley. I think I know for sure Strickland's an underdog. I've not checked the rest of them. I'm pretty sure I might be all underdogs. The only one I'm not too sure about is the Joshua Van Tatsuri Taira fight. But I'm pretty sure Buckley will be an underdog. I'm pretty sure Cortez will be an underdog. I'd have to have a look at the figures and that, people. But yeah, anyway, I got Buckley. I think Buckley's going to get a nice knockout win. Oh, we've got Yoel Alvarez. Oh, this card is actually so good. We've got a Ted Gautier and Yoel Alvarez as well. What the fuck, people? Yeah, Buckley's going to get the knockout win. Now, King Green coming off that. He made me a nice bit of money, I say. I'm Not a betting man, but I've been dabbling recently this year. I've done alright for myself. Just, you can't go too crazy, people. Don't bet what you can't afford to lose. That's the main thing. And when the fun stops. But we've got King Green, Bobby Green, versus who the fuck is that guy? Jeremy Stevens. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Jeremy Stevens' first fight in the UFC in years. I thought he was at fucking bare knuckle boxing, but that might be Chad Mendes. I might be getting muddled up here, people. Bobby Green coming off that lovely win over Daniel Zellhuber, absolute dominance. I've seen what Michael Johnson done to Daniel Zellhuber, and Michael Johnson was a 14-1 underdog against Daniel Zellhuber. No one should be a 14-1 underdog in MMA, especially Michael Johnson, who's got wins over Dustin Poirier. And sometimes I think these odds makers are smoking hard food or something, people. Like, it really blows my mind, doesn't it? But when I seen Bobby Green was coming in as an underdog against Daniel Zellhuber in that fight, after Zellhuber's coming off the loss to Michael Johnson, nothing's changed. He's not won a fight since then. I thought, these people are crazy. So I think I whacked 50 quid on Bobby Green, got 200 quid back. Not a fucking bad little bet there, people. I think Bobby Green's going to do it against Jeremy Stevens this weekend, people. Jeremy Stevens, good fighter, fun fighter. We've got Rebecca on here as well. This is actually such a sick card. I didn't know this many people were fighting. There's this many fights. This is such a sick card, people. Oh my god. I think Bobby Green's going to get the knockout over Jeremy Stevens. I'm saying we're getting shit tons of finishes on this card, people. Mark my words, yeah. This is going to be one of the best cards of the year. We've got some unreal fights on it, people. Right, up next we've got a Tev Gautier, who we definitely are claiming my man as London. I'm certain this guy trains out of London, claiming him as English. We've got versus Ozzy Diaz. Ozzy Diaz, I've heard the name before. I'm pretty sure I've seen him fight before. Tev Gautier, arguably coming off that disappointing performance in his last fight. A lot of people thought he was going to go out there and absolutely ragdoll the guy, smoke him, blitz him, finish him. It didn't come to fruition. But Ozzy Diaz, I'll be real, Ozzy Diaz, I don't know enough about you, bro, to be thinking you're going to beat Tev Gautier. So I'm going to have to go with my man Tev Gautier. By knockout, we're going for another knockout, people. Tev Gautier by knockout. I'm certain of it, people. I'm certain of it. Yeah, let's go, people. Tev Gautier by knockout over Ozzy Diaz in that one. Now, we've got Yoel Alvarez versus Yaroslav Amosov. Now, this might be the Ukrainian guy that's fucking... I forget who he fought, but he had a nice fight. It's a similar thing to a Tev Gautier. I think my man was meant to absolutely destroy Moreno. Is it Moreno? He fights at welterweight. You know, the sort of pudgy, white, big sort of white, skinhead sort of guy. I think he's Mexican or something. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow. Not that Moreno, another Moreno. But Yoel Alvarez, he's... I was about to say coming off a win over Alexandre Topuria, but I don't think he is. I think they just fought on the same card. I know he's coming off a win. He's coming off a win over Vincent Luque. A lovely win over Vincent Luque. A lot of people disappointed he didn't get the finish. I know a lot of people, or he might have got the finish, just not as quick as people thought he might have. No, I don't think he did, actually. Yeah, Yoel Alvarez, I'm super high on Yoel Alvarez, man. I think this Yaroslav Amosov's pretty decent, but I've got to go with Alvarez in this one, people. Yoel Alvarez to get the knockout win. We're going knockout after knockout on this card, people. Put your money where your mouth is. If the odds are in favour, bet the house on a lot of... Nah, don't do that. But yeah, Yoel Alvarez. I think Yoel Alvarez is he's gonna get the knockout finish over Yaroslav Amosov. Now up next we've got Grant Dawson, who was meant to be the American Khabib at one point. Don't know what happened there. Mateusz Rebecki, who had that absolute war with Chris Duncan. That was an absolute war, people. That fight, people, if you've not watched Mateusz Rebecki versus Chris Duncan, then watch that fight, people. It is an absolute barn burner. Rebecca at the end of it, his fucking eyes out to where he's covered in fucking blood. Yeah, it is crazy, and it is crazy. Now, I'll shiny with my prediction on it. Grant Dawson versus Rebecca. It's gonna be a barn burner, but Rebecca's not a joke. But I think Grant Dawson's gonna be able to do enough to get the win, people. Whether he comes with a wrestle heavy approach or not. Yeah, I think Grant Dawson's gonna get a decision win over Matau's Rebecca, because Rebecca's a tough bastard. Now, oh my god, we're still going, people. We've got Jim Miller versus Jared Gordon. Now, Jim Miller, I know I think he's fought on UFC 100, 200, and 300, and I think he's saying he wants to fight on 400 now as well. Look at that record: 38 wins, 19 losses. That's nearly 60 fights, and I bet if you include amateurs and other promotions, he's definitely had over 60 fights. What a tough bastard. Big respect to Jim Miller, absolute legend. Jared Gordon, if it's a Jared Gordon that I'm thinking that a lot of people thought beat Paddy Pimblett, Jared Gordon's not a joke either, people. But fighter's birthday, Julian Marquez is 36 today. Happy 36th birthday, Julian Marquez. Hope you're having a good birthday, man. But yeah, Jim Miller versus Jared Gordon. Gotta go with the boy Jim Miller, man. I want to see Jim Miller get to that 40 W's, man. Most wins in UFC history. Yeah, Jim Miller, what a legend, man. I'm going to say Jim Miller's going to get the win over Jared Gordon this weekend, people. Now, up next, we've got Roman Kopylov versus Marco Tulio. Now, this is a... Sorry, people. This is a really good fight. For how low down it is on the card, this is a really solid fight. Kopylov, great fighter. He was looking unreal at one point, I think, right up until he had that fight with Paulo Costa. Marco Tulio, he's an absolute great fighter. I'm going to go with Kopylov to get the win over Marco Tulio in this one, people. Tulio's great. I wouldn't be surprised if he does pull it off. But I think Kopylov's going to get the win in this one, people. Now we've got Pat Sabatini versus William Gomez. William Gomez, great upcoming fighter. Pat Sabatini, another great fighter. Don't really know much about both of them, to be fair, people. I know Pat Sabatini more than I know William Gomez, though. I'm going to go with Pat Sabatini to get the win over William Gomez. Now, I've never heard of either of these two people, to be honest with you. But we've got Bazinga Susukinakev versus Dujijon Santos. You got to go with a Russian guy with a mad sounding name, don't you? I'm going to go with Bazinga Surikev to beat Dujijon Santos. And starting off the night, people, we've got Clayton Carpenter versus Jose Ochoa. Now, Jose Ochoa, I think he's going to get the win over Clayton Carpenter to start the night here, people. They've both got the exact same record. I think I've seen both of them right before. I think I've seen both of them fight before. But Ochoa is coming to mind more than Clayton Carpenter is. So I think I'm going to have to go with Jose Ochoa to get the win over Clayton Carpenter in that one, people. So we'll give a quick refresh of the picks. So we've got Jose Ochoa to get the win over Clayton Carpenter. We've got Bazinga Zurikev to get the win over Dujijon Santos. We've got Pat Sabatini to get the win over William Gomez. We've got Roman Kopylov to get the win over Marco Tulio. We've got Jim Miller to get the win over Jared Gordon. We've got Grant Dawson to get the win over Matau's Rebecca. We've got Joel Alvarez to get the win over Yaroslav Amoslov. We've got Ateb Gautier to get the win over Ozzy Diaz. We've got King Green to get the win over Jeremy Stevens. We've got Wokan Buckley to get the win over Sean Brady. We've got Waldo Salsa Boy Cortez to get the win over Volkov. We've got Joshua Van to get the win over Tatsuri Taira. And of course, people, in the main event, we've got the man himself, Sean Strickland, to get the win over Sorry, trying to go full screen here. Sean Strickland, the man himself, to get the win over Khamzat Chimaev. Now, sorry, this is my first prediction video I've done in a while, people. I've been so busy with work, looking after my mum, just all things that life entails and stuff. But yeah, hopefully I'm gonna try. I'm getting my mojo back, getting the swing of things. I might have a reaction video for you guys Saturday, but we'll wait and see. But I know you guys really like the prediction videos. If you're from my work and you're watching this, big shout out. I've had a lot of subscribers from my new work and that subscribing to the channel, so I appreciate all the love and support, people. I know a lot of people want these prediction videos, so we're bringing what the people want, people. We're bringing what the people want. Let me know if the lighting's too much. Like, I'm almost looking like Jesus himself with how bright I am. Got the UFC hat on. This is from UFC London, people. Got the Reebok UFC shirt on. We've got the little I won't flex on my subscribers, but we've got the UFC bag in the background, tote bag from YouTube. If you've made it this far, people, please drop a like, a comment, subscribe if you're not subscribed, share the video to your friends, watch it with your friends. Yeah, thank you to everyone as always for the support. Drop me in the comments who you think's going to win the main event. Have you got Sean Strickland or Khamzat Chimaev? Let me know who you think's going to win the rest of the fights on the card as well. Thank you so much for watching, people. This is AJ Knows MMA signing out. Peace and love, people.